What's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. Today, we're going to be talking to Kelly, who is going to touch on for us, of course, overcoming fear to start your online business. This is obviously a topic that, um, relates to all of us, whether we want to admit it or not. I want to remind everyone, if you're brand new to the show, you're wondering, what are we doing? What's this all about? What is this live wake up legendary? Who do these people think they are? Every single day, we have folks that come out who have purchased our education, gone through our courses, and they share their experience with it, unfiltered, totally transparently. There's no setting them up and telling them what questions we're going to ask them or anything like that. They could come on and totally trash us if they want to. We deal with it in the moment. It's sort of like playing the game, sports. You can't predict the game. You just go out and play. And that's how I like to do business, kind of like a sport. Just go play. You can't control all of the scenarios all the time. And so what I'd like to ask you as you're listening, logging on, first and foremost, have you gone through our education? Have you taken our 15-day challenge? Have you enrolled in our business blueprints? Because if you haven't, might want to be something you consider doing, because all of these folks have done at least one or both of those programs. The second thing is can you find another guru, company, person, instructor who is actually interviewing their clients on a daily basis, right? Because that's something that's as far as I know doesn't happen anywhere else. So put your seatbelt on, get ready for a great week of interviews, a great week of shows. Plug in every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You can text WUL, the words W or letters WUL to 813-296-8553, and you get a simple little text message reminder that looks like that. This stay-at-home mom waited 3 months to finally post her, right? So it's just a link right there, and you can hop right on. No spam, no BS. We're not going to shove our products and our training down your throat, because you know what? If you don't want it, you don't want it. If you want to buy it and then dig into it 3 months later, that's fine. We're not going to come chase you. I mean, that's one of the services that we don't provide, is daily door knock service, to where we're going to come in, make sure that you've gotten up to your computer and, all right, let's open up that challenge. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do any sort of coddling, chasing, but you know what? We'd like to have you every day. Here's why. Not because you're going to pump up our ego, or quite frankly, even our bank accounts. It doesn't matter whether you buy or not, but you will, after you hear these conversations, just like I do, after some time, I'm a completely different person. You will be too. And that's why I come on these shows every day, because I want to be listening and learning, because that's how I stay sharp, and no pun intended. But if you want to grow, make this a part of your daily routine. That's what I'm saying. With that being said, Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. This is great to be here.
You're very, very welcome. Where are you calling in from?
Veazey, Maine.
Where?
Veazey, Maine.
Veazey,
yeah. Oh. Yeah, we're about mid-state.
Okay, cool. So Maine, wow. How in the heck did you get started online and eventually find Legendary?
I don't remember exactly what brought me to TikTok, but I had heard that it was a fun app to check out for various reasons. And I guess with things were a little slow during shutdown and whatnot. So I thought, well, let's check it out. And a lot of individuals had been talking about this 15-day business builder challenge, and how inexpensive it was to check it out.
Shut up about it, will they?
It worked, because I was like very intrigued, and I took it. I took the bait. But it's the best thing I've ever done. Yeah, like I said, started seeing them. Got the challenge, started the challenge in June. really tried to perfect everything before posting my first TikTok, and that was a waste of 3 months.
Yeah.
I regret that.
Yeah.
But nothing you can do about that now. I would just not recommend you sit on it and wait for things to be perfect, because you can still earn as you're learning. And the community is fantastic. They just are so willing to help with any questions. It's great.
Yeah. Well, 3 months is a very short period of time anyways. I know it feels like a lot, or it might sound like a lot in your first 6 months, but you look back a couple of years, and that 3-year period will be the freckle on the pimple of a gnat's ass. You won't even you
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so you got started. What about going through the 15-day challenge? Because you said that was life-changing. What about that started to turn on some of these aha moments for you, and what were they?
They just, it was so thorough. You know, you're thinking, you know, how thorough can this be? It's, you know, they're just going to touch on maybe a little, they're going to scratch the surface. But I was just amazed every day. It was so thorough, and but yet not encompassing your whole day. You were able to get, you know, do that hour and a half lesson, and it just, the excitement grew each day for me. Like my advisor, I was like, can you just unlock the rest of the days? I want to do it. I want to finish. I'm super excited. It was awesome.
Nice, nice. Who was your advisor? Do you remember?
Um, Beverly, not Beverly King. King was her last name,
Oh,
and then
Bonnie. Bonnie.
Bonnie. Yes, yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's a powerhouse.
Yes, she is.
So, what has we titled this "Overcoming Fear to Start Your Online Business." You know, what it looks like you've done a few things in the past, maybe a little network marketing.
Yep.
You tried some Amazon HBA and drop shipping, but both are a waste of time and money. So, I mean, what it seems like you're a somewhat, maybe not fearless, but you're not afraid to try things. What fears came up with you for this?
Probably fear of failure. Um, like this would just be another thing that I tried that didn't
Oh,
work out.
okay. Do you
Um,
consider the things that you've done in the past failures?
well, they weren't successful, I guess, in my mind, because they didn't really. I wasn't able to produce an income
Mhm,
per se for them. They were either programs that just didn't have the support
mm,
tied in, or was just really no return on investment. So yeah, I guess I did kind of look at those as failures on my part.
mm.
Um,
So you were afraid of this just being another thing that you were gonna have to throw over in that failure category, and it's just gonna be more time wasted, more money wasted.
yeah, yeah, but that changed almost instantly. You know, it just felt so different than anything I had tried, you know, in the past. It felt super genuine. Um, it felt different from the start, and I was super skeptical.
Mm,
That I have to be honest. You know, just I guess being burnt so many
yeah.
times prior that
What were some of the things that you said in your head, like, about me? You were like, "This guy,
no, actually, you.
like,
I
this."
was super impressed. I mean, holy, the obstacles you've overcome, and it was really cool to see.
What
Um,
were some of the red flags you were looking for? I mean, being skeptical, what were some of the things that you were looking for? And I'm only asking because, well, I mean, it's just a question that you might not normally hear asked. Like, what were some of the red flags that you were looking for? What were some of the things that you were skeptical about?
yeah, the well, being like the car salesman, you know, spiel or something once you got in, and that everything that looked great on the outside maybe wasn't that way on the inside, per se.
Mm,
Like it wouldn't feel authentic,
mm,
but that never happened. It really enforced my feeling of this is the right thing, you know.
yeah.
Go. each day.
So maybe that you were just gonna go to a party that really sucked and you were gonna be able to get out or something like that.
Well, I knew I could get out. I could get away,
Yeah, right,
but
but
yeah,
just
it was a great disappointed again.
involved with something that just now is gonna add sticky gum to the bottom of your shoe, and you're just no, I get it. I
Yeah,
mean, well, that's great, and that ended up not being the case, right?
right.
You had the opposite experience. That's fantastic. Kudos to us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I don't know. It's almost in this industry, right, these days with all these, social media bros and everything and all the Lambos and the bullshit, I guess, that's out there. I mean, in a sense, we shouldn't be congratulating and patting ourselves on the back for doing what we're supposed to do, but it almost ends up happening like that nowadays because, there's so many people out there who are just either unqualified, aren't ready, right? I think it's less that people are bad people and genuinely trying to take people. I think certainly some people are just, I guess, genuinely bad people. And maybe it's easy to take people if you don't have to look at them in the eye or whatever. But I also think a lot of people are just really underqualified and have no idea what they're doing.
Right.
I mean, coaching people and creating this sort of a community with environment, it takes skill and experience to know how to facilitate this. And I think one of the reasons, and this is just me, I'm biased, of course, but I think that people are growing here and succeeding is because there's an environment here where they can, really learn and expand in their own way and feel comfortable and safe to do it. And not like network marketing for me. I remember I know you said you'd been with Herbalife at one time.
Yeah.
For me was a lot about flash and trash, like selling the dream and living a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like going to like here's an example, going to an event and being shamed because you sat in coach and not first class and you're an up and coming producer,
Yeah.
like as if you need to live a certain way and like be someone different than you are. And I think that that just doesn't exist as much here in this space, at least not in our community. That sort of stuff is really frowned upon. So I think people have more space to grow. Do you feel that way? Like there's room for you. There's people who are like you here. It's a quite diversified group. What other things have stood out to you about the community and maybe others? Not about me, of course. This is not about me, that have been beneficial to you.
Yeah. I was just going to say the diversity of, I mean, you have all ages. It's just, it doesn't, that's not an obstacle. Your age, if you're young or if you're old, it doesn't matter. You can still succeed. Um, and that's something I saw right off the bat too.
Yeah, there's
Watching,
examples of that, right? I mean, we
yeah,
put them right here on the wake up show every day, so you can
exactly.
actually go and follow these people and see that they don't disappear off the face of the earth tomorrow. We didn't just hire, they're not, this isn't TMZ. We didn't hire, actors to come on and do the show, and then you go and you follow their TikTok, and then all of a sudden, there's no activity from the
Right.
person ever again. I mean, you can follow each person's journey and see what they're doing and see how they're building their business. And to me, it really is a unique advantage, I guess, if you will,
Mhm.
because we learn from each other. We learn both from being told, being taught in a classroom or whatever. I mean, that's typically how humans have learned up until this point. But we also learn when we go out on the playground and we see the person doing the thing, throwing the ball, climbing the monkey bars. And that's where I think kids learn quicker. And I think the same is with adults. And so now you're here. How does that feel to be somebody who was, not able to get it off the ground, but then you did, and now you're having success and you're here on the show?
Yeah. It's just kind of surreal for sure. This was definitely a goal of mine. I looked up to anybody that had been on before, thinking that's going to be me one of these days. I'm gonna make it on there, and I had a high regard for, the company and seeing the results of everyone else. It's great to be a part of that.
Yeah. So, what are some of the things that have been really helpful for you? Like when you learned that, started focusing on that, doing this thing, things really started to change for you. What would you say that thing was, or those two things?
Yeah, I for sure I can say when I started treating this opportunity like the business it is, then it all changed for sure. I was committed every day to have my same routine. I was literally treating it like a business because it is.
Mm,
And before, when I maybe was a little unsure of myself, maybe not setting up that routine just yet,
mhm,
it definitely was not as productive or, monetarily even.
yeah.
Um, you just really have to treat it like a business because it is. And once you do, you're going to see results.
I had this visual, right, as you were saying that, and what I thought about was the way you walk into a room. You know, do you know how the way you walk into a room when you own the place
Yeah.
versus the way you walk into a room when you don't and it's your
Yeah.
first time there? It's so much different, right? And I feel like if you're not walking into your business every day like you own the place, but you're walking into your business every day like it's something that somebody else owns and it's like your first time there or whatever, you know how you enter that room so differently.
Oh,
You know what I
huge.
mean? Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I just think that you gotta walk into your business and approach your business every day like you own the place, and that's just a different feeling, and it's a different mindset, and all of that, "Am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to post this? Am I supposed to say this?" It's like, "Hell yeah, I'm supposed to. I own this place." Right? Does
Exactly.
that make sense to you? I'm just trying to think of an analogy that people can relate to that's simple enough, you know what I mean? That you really get it. It's like, yeah, I know that difference from when I walk into a room and I own the place.
Yeah.
This lounge walk in with swag and with my robe hanging half off and plop down on the couch. I don't care what anybody's thinking or saying or a fart right in the living room. You know what I mean? Just it's just how you treat the place when you own it versus when you don't.
Exactly. It has a whole new meaning at that point. I would also say that consistency, show up every day. Um, don't, always show up for sure. And mindset is a huge one as well. Just believing in yourself. I mean, there's going to be hiccups, and that can be scary to think about, the what if this happens, or what if I, stumble, and you just got to pick yourself right back up, and you're going to learn from that. You're going to make your business better, and you'll be better as a person because of it. Um, so it's not all a loss, those hiccups are learning opportunities. So
Yeah. And aren't they all, right? I mean, aren't all hiccups learning opportunities? I mean, I actually heard something the other day that I thought was really true, which is you don't learn really a single thing from your successes. You learn everything from your failures. And I just thought, man, how about that? I mean, how about that? I mean, I wouldn't say you don't learn anything from your successes. You do learn something from your successes. But man, oh man, do you learn so much more from your failures? Do you agree with that?
oh, completely. Yeah, because you don't ever want to make that mistake again. And
Yeah.
you're using all your resources to try to find an answer for that, and that's liberating as well. Like realizing, oh wait, I learned these skills, these incredible skills to get myself out of a hiccup.
Mhm.
And if I can't, then there's a huge community of individuals that are more than willing to help.
Mm. Athena wants to get catastrophic here. She says, I would like to know what was the worst thing that has happened on her journey and what did she do to overcome it? Let's get in the weeds. Let's get
Okie
in the
dokie.
let's scare ourselves. What's the worst?
It was losing my TikTok account for, not that I was banned, I just was unable to.
Wait, does this story have any blood in it? I mean, is there broken
No, no blood.
blood in Really? No
Uh,
blood?
I,
Broken bones?
I,
You lost a TikTok
no.
account, that's it?
Well, it was the fact that I didn't give up. I
Yeah.
just had tried many different ways, and one that I hadn't tried yet, resetting my Apple ID or logging in that way, and for some reason it worked. So,
You got your
but
account
that,
back?
sorry.
You got your account back doing that?
Yeah, well, I didn't lose my account. I'm not sure how I was unable to post, but I was still seeing myself on TikTok. So I knew like I wasn't banned. I just some little it was a hiccup.
Yeah.
But that was probably the worst because I'm thinking I'm losing all this time, these individuals that are, maybe trying to ask questions, and I have, I can't get to them. So
Amy,
I learned not to put all my eggs in one basket. That was
wonderful.
that learning lesson.
Meaning never rely on just one source of traffic.
You got it. Yes,
You got
exactly.
it. Amy wants to know, did she get the blueprints?
Yes, I did. Yes,
Mm.
I did. I was, and would recommend it to anyone. It just built these skills on what I had already learned in the challenge. It just made it more clear, and I found it to be just worth its weight in gold for sure. I know not everybody buys it, but I did choose to. Yeah, and I don't regret it for a second.
And there's a reason why everyone should not buy it.
Yeah,
Um, if you don't want to take this thing to a more serious level, then why buy them? Why get
right.
them? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Um, it's only something you should do if you want to commit to this and do this on a more serious ongoing level, and not
Absolutely.
from a browser surfing, kind of surf the web, kind of poking the bear a little bit, or tiptoeing around, dipping your toe in the pool. I mean, look, your investment, any one person's investment, is not going to change the quality of my lifestyle. So it's not like I'm sitting here telling you not to buy, and that's somehow hurting me or us. I mean, the truth of the matter is any person who says their product is right for everyone is wrong, is lying, or is uninformed. What we have is not for everyone. If you want to build a business online using your phone, using your laptop, selling other people's products, and then eventually potentially packaging your own information products and selling them in the form of courses, coaching, or events, our programs are right for you, and our communities will support you in a way that, quite frankly, the community is just a free bonus, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of value just in that could be charged for, and or turned into some sort of a subscription monthly thing, mastermind. But it's not. It's just a support system. It's a leg of a bar stool that helps you to be able, when you finally sit down in the captain's chair, you've got a solid foundation. It's the right information from the right people in the right environment. You got to be getting the right information from the right people in the right environment. And this business model has been the best business model for a newbie, an average person, or somebody who wants to just, if I needed money quickly and wanted to build up a 10, 20, $30,000 a month income, affiliate marketing would be how I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Not anything else. Not anything locally, not anything else online. And so there's definitely the power of the business model in the systems themselves. They work, they're proven. It really has to be a decision within you, the person who's entering your credit card into that checkout page today, because you're going to make a powerful decision if that's you, right? You got to say, hey, yeah, look, I don't have to break my back. This is not me taking on an 80-hour-a-week job, but I need to put some time and energy into this, and I need to stay consistent with this, see it through. And if I do that, here's the wild thing, is that you will likely succeed. And the reason why you'll likely succeed is because the majority of people who start this quit. So it's almost a survival of the fittest. Who cannot quit the longest? You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's a lot of people's biggest fear is that they're going to, somehow be played out of the game or competed out or
Yeah.
buried or something. You know what I mean? Like, we feel like we're getting into the ring with a giant who's going to knock us out in the first round. And it's going to be it's almost like, and I saw somebody who said, oh, I haven't posted yet, or this or that, or I've gone through training, I haven't posted yet, I haven't started marketing yet. Well, it's because you're looking at your first post or your first action as if you're going to get into a boxing ring with Mike Tyson, and there's going to be 4 tornadoes going off inside of the boxing ring that you're going to have to, as you hit post, be ducking right hooks and dealing with. Look, I promise you, as soon as you post, you can look around and ain't shit going to be different in your life and your house.
It's true.
Nothing's actually going to happen.
Right. Right.
Because all the drama is happening right up here.
That's exactly right.
Right.
Yeah,
So
super intimidating.
what happened for you to overcome that fear of your first initial marketing pieces and posts? And what happened after you did them? Did your computer explode? Did what you fear happen?
I had imposter syndrome, and I still work on that. Especially in the very beginning, wondering, what do I have to offer people when I don't even have all the answers? But I've since learned that is definitely, we do have a lot to offer. We're selling ourselves short if we think that we don't have anything to offer. So working on my imposter syndrome has helped immensely, and just not putting that pressure on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that that's probably one of the most common thoughts that people have when they first get started is, who's going to listen to me when there's, all these other people out here who have a similar. And you know what? You can go into any business, any industry, and think that and fail. That is a guaranteed way. And you know what? That story would fit in any industry. If I went to a trade show and I was selling, I don't know, boats. Okay, let's say I went to a boat show, and what am I going to do? Stand at the door and say to each of the sales guys who walks through the door, how many years do you have doing this? How much experience? Oh, 20 years, 30 years, 10 years, okay, 3 years. Oh shit, it's my first month. These guys know so much more than me. Maybe I should sit it out and let them sell all the boats today. I mean, it's like, if we think about the idea of saying that in any other business or situation, it'd be crazy. But that is one of the most common things we say to ourselves online, is there's all these other, and I think it's because the internet feels like such a small place, Kelly, because it's just right here on your phone,
Sure.
that you don't realize that the internet is the size of a boat show in a convention center times a billion.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Massive.
So
Yeah.
the opportunity that's there, where do you see yourself going here over the next year? What are your goal? What would you like to accomplish? What do you see? What's your vision for 2022?
Yeah, I am just going to continue to grow my presence on TikTok, get more of a presence on Instagram and Pinterest. I haven't really done too much with both of those platforms just yet, but I plan to. I plan to have a YouTube channel. and just I try to better my business every day to make it better than it was the day before. And that could be just through education or just taking action in some way, shape, or form.
Mm.
And it just that each day gives me so much more self confidence. Like, yeah, I've got this. I'm doing it, and it just you can't help but feel like you're getting somewhere, you know. And I plan to obviously grow my business monetarily, and just yeah, I see big things ahead.
Nice. Nice. Me too, Kelly. You got a fantastic attitude, and I love what you're doing and what your story and just everything. And I think there's a lot of people out there who, you can reach people who may be, I don't know who did you decide? You had said that in your questionnaire. Who did you decide that was your kind of target customer, your kind of ideal avatar? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely stay at home moms because I have so much. I mean, I resonate completely with them. That's what I've been for 20 years. So,
Okay.
yeah, if I can help them, maybe see things a little differently and have it all. You can take care of your kids at home. You don't have to go outside the house to work, but you could also make money, in your spare time, around their schedule. Then I wish I had come across this so many years ago.
Wow. Wow. How old do you have children that you're currently homeschooling?
No, thank God I don't have to homeschool them. I'm a senior in high school, and my oldest is 20. So I'm on the last leg of stay-at-home mom
I'm
ness.
I'm
But
I'm
um, but
I'm thinking you're younger than you are. That's good. That's a compliment. You
oh,
look
thank
very
you,
young
thank
for
you. I'm 48.
having a senior, and what did you say? One that's also
She's
already out
she's a
of
junior in college. Yeah,
junior in college.
yeah.
Wow, good for you. I have a feeling by the time all my kids are, you know, in their 18, 19, 20, I'm gonna look like I'm 90.
You say that, but no, not. I doubt it.
I already look like I'm 70, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, the grays, the wrinkles, it's hard out here, you know
Oh,
what I mean? It's
yeah.
hard out here.
They're here. Don't. They're definitely
I mean,
here.
I'm considering Botox, I don't know, like, I don't really know what to do, like, the forehead wrinkles, the
Oh,
gray
yeah.
hairs, do I dye it? I mean, just, it's crazy.
You'll know. You'll
Well,
know when the time comes.
you're 48, 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm having a moment here.
Really?
Well, I mean, in 10 years, my kid's gonna be 15, my 5-year-old, my 1-year-old will be 11, so
Yeah. Wow, they grow fast,
you
so
were a
fast.
little ahead of me there in terms of when your last ones came, so you
Yeah.
got all that work done a little bit earlier. I'm gonna be an old man, you
Oh,
know,
no. No.
I already
Numbers are
feel
just
old.
numbers.
Huh?
Numbers are just numbers.
And then they'll probably have kids, and I'll be thrown right back into the ring again. Isn't that
Of
how it
course.
works? Why am I realizing today that life's not fair, you know?
Oh, I know. That'll
The
be different.
work. When do we stop taking care of kids?
Well, you can at least send them off with their parents. When you have your time with them, it's not a 24/7 thing.
Oh,
When you have
your
grandkids down the road.
yeah. Yeah. And or you could send them off to college like you're doing.
Yeah, sure.
Ship 'em out, be like, "Alright, it's time for you to get the hell out of here. If you're
Yeah.
not."
Oh, I would have had her stay with me the whole time. I love my kids. They're fantastic. I'm very lucky.
Where is your daughter going to college at?
University of Southern Maine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Okay, so she's somewhat close to home there, that's good.
exactly. Yeah. Thank you for
Awesome.
that.
Well, if you wanna know more about Kelly and her kids and her age and all of these other things, then go follow her on TikTok at Solutions for You Too, and that's TOO at the end too. Solutions for You Too. Kelly, come back and see us. Keep us posted on your journey and keep up the good work,
Absolutely.
all right?
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
All right, my friends, have a fantastic Monday. Please go and follow Kelly, as I said, on TikTok and Instagram. Lift her up, comment on her stuff, like her stuff, show her support, and put that positive, supportive energy out into our community in the marketplace and watch it come back tenfold. Stay legendary, my friends. We'll see you back here for another episode tomorrow, as usual, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. See you.